Hey y'all, what's up? What's up? This Kato. All right, so I'm just gonna make this video. It's like the third or fourth video I've made since I've been on the YouTube, and I hope this video help a lot of you guys out. And I'm gonna talk about again the anxiety and where my life is after anxiety. Again, you guys know that I struggled with it back in 2015, and it was bad. Of course, if you see some other videos, you can see kind of like the process of what I've been through, going through it. But I just want to say something for a lot of you guys that's going through it. It's an up and down battle, and the mind, it's almost like it plays tricks on you, but you're really snapped into the reality. It's just like you just can't connect with it. And you know, you're gonna feel like you're by yourself. You're gonna have the mood swings. Now remember, this anxiety shit, man, this stuff doesn't, it's not a week or 2 week process. This stuff can go anywhere between 3 months, 6 months, even exceed almost close to a year before you actually cure from it. And it's a hard thing. And studies, a lot of people, doctors don't study this. You know, doctors, they don't know about the psyche. A psychiatrist does. Doctors don't. They just know how to give you medicine to help temporarily patch it up. But if you have an anxiety and you're still smoking, or you're still indulging in like drinking or anything that kind of offsets the mind, you're going to continue to go through it. It's never going to get better. So a lot of times people tend to go out and want to take something to, take a drug or something to help feel better. I wouldn't recommend it, but if you're someone that works in a place, a work environment where you have a lot of stress, you're dealing with a lot of people, it can be really tough because you have to think, which anxiety doesn't allow you to have that power. It doesn't allow you to be rational. And so a lot of you guys that's going through, you might be in your 3rd month, you may be in your 6th month, going into your 7th or 8th month. You may be still suffering from some of the symptoms, and you have to remember that the last thing you need to do is do too much research and get too much advice, because you have people that say they went through anxiety, but they're not going through the anxiety that caffeine caused. They're not suffering from that. They just have an anxiety from long-term stress, or just got worked up too much, maybe had a death in the family, because it's all the same. It's just the anxiety that comes on from caffeine. It can do a lot of damage internally, and your body has to heal from that. And trust me, your liver and everything, your kidneys and stuff, it flushes out, it self-heals itself. The adrenal glands, they get stronger. You're gonna, when you have those days where you feel good and the days you feel bad, it's just your system is just catching up. I mean, it just takes time. Your mind is gonna make you feel like it's getting worse. Your mind gonna make you feel like it's got to be something else. That's what anxiety does. That's the whole purpose of anxiety, is to give you a doubtful future. It doesn't want you to be positive about your future, and it exposes all your hidden fears. And even when you start getting better, it'll still give you little symptoms of it. It'll still kind of flow a little bit in your bloodstream. I mean, the adrenaline, it flows in your blood. So of course you're not going to feel like you're getting better. But I honestly, and I've never revealed this because I've always talked to my clients or people that I try to help through this process. I always promoted the idea that 90 days is normally when you start recovering, which is true. You start recovering. It's not that it's over. And so I'm putting this out here because I notice when I work with a lot of my clients, because I created this idea that 90 days you should start feeling better again, which is true. But people think you immediately go to your normal behavior. They think immediately you become normal again. That's not it. It took me close to anywhere between 9 to 12 months. I can honestly say that was probably where I felt like my brain would not allow me to feel disconnected anymore. Because even though I was feeling better after maybe 5 or 6 months, I was still dealing with little symptoms of it. And so, the reality is it takes time. And, all you can do is some exercises. You do a lot of walking. Like I said, you don't feel connected to watching TV. You don't have the excitement. A lot of times you don't even want to ride your car. You don't even want to go in your own place. You don't want to deal with 10 people that you dealt with before. You want to deal with maybe 1 or 2 of them now. Like everything becomes, you almost like isolate yourself. And nobody knows what's going on in your head. Nobody knows. When people say they understand and they start talking, you can tell that they don't understand, because they're saying all the wrong things to you. And they think you're crazy. But you're really not crazy. Your reality is not the same as their reality. So of course, when y'all talking, your mind is everywhere, and their mind is more focused on what's coming out of their mouth. Their mind is more focused on what they're thinking. They can find positive in everything. They can be creative about their energy and what they're going to do later on today. They're looking forward. Today is Friday. Man, let's have a great time. But for somebody who goes through anxiety, like, you don't feel that. Like you're somewhere else. You're completely opposite, But to the people who you're talking to, they see you just like they see themselves. Like they don't think you got problems. They really don't think that you have problems. So I'm making this video, and I'm gonna give you guys at least 10-15 minutes of this video, because I just want to try to answer all your questions. I want to make sure that you guys are going to be okay. But it takes time. It really does. And you're going to feel fucked up. I hate to use that word, but I got to use it because some people need to hear it. You're going to be fucked up for at least 6 months. Up and down. One minute you good, the next minute you just feel like you want to give up. I talked to one of my clients, and well, I mean, many of them, believe it or not, but this particular client that I talked to, like I told her, I said, it's like standing on the edge of a mountain. You're not to a point to where you want to throw yourself off the mountain, but you damn sure okay if somebody push you off. That's kind of like what anxiety make you feel like you just can't keep living like this, and you feel like you're going crazy. That's what it makes you feel like, because you cannot be rational with yourself, and you definitely feel disconnected. The birds don't make the same sound they do in the morning no more. You don't think you look the same anymore. Everybody else say you do, but in your head you don't. But you get that light in the tunnel. Every time you get a little small dose of reality and you start feeling yourself, like you start feeling better, that's just your body. That's just you getting the feel good, because the body is trying to get you back to that position, back to that place, because it remembers what you like. It remembers how you feel. Because that's your feelings developed from the time you was a baby, coming to the reality of the world. You've created these ideals in your head to be who you are today. But anxiety strips you from all of that. So you get little pieces of it throughout your withdrawal. Like you have a moment where you like, man, I feel normal, right? And then all of a sudden you just go back down again. That's anxiety. It's okay, but it's not a lifetime thing. You guys have to believe me on that. It's not a lifetime thing. You do get back to your regular life. I'm not trying to promote positive information to you guys. I'm not trying to get y'all all worked up that there's hope. It has. Trust me, in time, you go back to yourself, regardless of what's going on in your head. You just have to keep living. It does get better. It does. You wasn't born with what you're suffering from right now. You wasn't born with it. It's something that caused it, that put you in this spiral. Again, caffeine is the culprit. Whether it's caffeine or alcohol or any drug, anytime you come off a drug or something that help you get through the day or help you deal with your problems, I can promise you, when you stop using it, your body is going to react because it's looking for it, and you're not providing it anymore. So you're going to go through a psychological drama. You're going to go through something real bad. So it's not just the caffeine, but it's anything that your body consumes to operate with. That's just the way it is. So, you know, I'm just basically letting you guys know that you get better. And I hope the best for all of you guys. If y'all got questions about this anxiety shit, like, I can talk to you all day about it. I mean, yesterday I had 30, 40 people calling me, and all y'all saying the same thing. Like, I'm on the outside looking in because I know what that shit feels like, and I went through it. But I get a chance to listen to everybody say the same thing. Sometimes I laugh in front of my clients when I'm talking to them. I just be laughing, and I explain to them why I'm laughing, because I most of the time I'm talking to somebody right before them that was saying the same thing. And I've also talked to people the people who've recovered. If I had talked to 400 people in the last, which I'm pretty sure I have, if I've talked to 400 people within the last 3 years, I can tell you right now, without a shadow of a doubt, all of them recovered. Not one that's stuck in the back and still going through it. All of them recovered. That's why I know that there's no way that you suffer from this stuff. It's 100%, not 99, not 98. It's 100% of all the people that I've talked to. And with the exception that some people are still recovering from it. But if I had talked to 400 people and they got better, all 400 just took time and they got better. In the last 3 years, that's how many people have gotten better over time going through the anxiety. And none of them, I mean, they didn't believe me. They thought it was something else. Just like you're thinking it's something else. It's got to be something else because I never felt like this. I felt better yesterday, now it's getting worse. It's not really getting worse. The anxiety make you feel like it's getting worse. So you putting that in your head that you're getting worse, but you're really not. And so, you know, you just have to just live. You know, just live. You're not by yourself. Yeah, you can't talk to your wife. Maybe you can't talk to your boyfriend. You can't talk to your girlfriend. Yeah, you can't talk to your family because of what you're going through. They don't understand. They just make it worse. Yeah, because they don't understand it. And they can say they had some anxiety, but they ain't had the same shit you had. It was somewhat of the same, but anxiety that they're going through wasn't put on by what you did that caused you to have them. So a lot of times they be trying to, you know, associate what they've gone through with what you have. And it's like, nah, they don't do that. And then now all of a sudden you start thinking there's something else going on wrong with you. You know, like I said, the headaches that I had, the migraine headaches, the body aches, the back pain, even in my toes, like I had like fungus built up in my toes. I don't know what that shit was about, but I know when my recovery came, like all that shit went away. Like, you know, like my nails looked at healthier, and my teeth looked at healthier, my eyes, everything, my skin, everything just started getting better when I got away from that caffeine. And like my body is so conditioned now to where, like, man, I 8:30, 9 o'clock I go to sleep. Like I literally, I'm so happy when I go to sleep, and I'm so happy when I wake up, because it's such a natural feel. And my thoughts are like welcome thoughts. They're welcome, you know, because they're pleasant. And no matter how stressed I am or what's going on with a job, whatever, like me knowing who I am and waking up every morning, I'm very grateful. I feel it. But when I went through the anxiety, it was unpredictable. Nothing was guaranteed. I couldn't reassure myself anything. So again, guys, just hang in there and know that you're going to get better. Those little small days you get good, when you have those good days, that's only because they're going to get longer. You're not going to get good days like that if you're going downward. You get those better days because it's getting better, because you finally able to see better days and you're starting to feel a lot better. So trust me on that. Just trust me. If you got any questions, y'all can hit me up on this YouTube, send a comment. You know, I answer to them as much as I can. You know, I mean, but I'm a working person, so I have to work too. But I decided to make myself available to help people. I can't get to all you guys at the same time, but trust me, I am available. If you send an inbox, if I don't comment that day, I'll respond at some point. But I'm here to hear you guys. I'm here for you. You're not by yourself. That shit's gonna go away, and you're gonna feel fucked up, but that's okay. It will get better. Okay? You guys have a good day.